My name is Bre Miller, and this is the Buddy Seat.
Welcome to the show where I interview my coworkers as they work. Today, I'm talking to Bre Miller, so let's get started.
So, first question, who are you and what do you do?
Hi, my name is Bre Miller. I'm the corn production manager, and at the moment I am tending spiker bars.
Okay, what exactly does that mean?
I make sure that they have corn, that they're headed to the right fields, that they start in the right place, that corn depth and population is where it needs to be, and pretty much make sure that the corn's getting put in the ground the right way.
Perfect. And so you said spiker bar. So for those who don't know, what is a spiker bar?
So we have what we call 20 rows and what we call spiker bars. 20 rows will plant what we call the female and can plant the male. We do a 4-1 pattern. The spiker bars just plant the male, and so there's only 4 planter boxes on there, and it's every 5 spots, so it plants it in the 4-1 pattern.
Okay, perfect. So then you recently got promoted.
I did.
I want to talk about that. So you used to be the corn production coordinator.
Yes.
So what else are you doing different now that you've been promoted to the corn production manager?
Well, I work a lot bigger projects, I guess, than what I worked as the coordinator. I was focused on getting the paperwork and stuff to the customers, making sure it was all right. Samples, kind of the smaller things, where now I'm looking more big picture, making sure, conditions and stuff, keeping track of those, making sure the corn's getting planted and keeping track of all of that. A lot more higher picture. I said bigger picture like 10 times.
No, you're good. That's great. How are you feeling with the transition so far?
I'm pretty confident so far.
Yeah.
Hasn't been too bad.
Too bad. A little bit. Not too bad.
Steve's only been gone a couple months though, so there's still a lot of time for learning with the not having him around.
Yeah. I'm sure Steve was a wealth of knowledge that helped out a lot.
He was, yes.
And now he's gone and we miss him.
Yes.
But I know everybody's pretty confident with you in the role, so that's been great. So to back up further, what got you into ag? What are kind of your experience with ag prior to Total Seed, that sort of thing?
So when I was getting ready to start my freshman year of high school, my brother started working for a research facility.
Okay.
Close to where we lived. And they needed some extra help, and he's like, I've got 2 sisters that aren't doing anything. And that's how I started working there. I worked with them for all 4 years of high school and 2 or 3 years in college. They actually got bought out by Pioneer, so I worked up here in Windfall for a couple of those years.
Oh, fantastic.
And I learned a lot from doing that, did a lot of data collection, was trusted a lot to be out on my own and do a lot of other things that the other kids weren't necessarily doing.
Right.
But it was a really cool experience. The people that I worked with had a lot of knowledge and loved sharing it.
Yeah. So what kind of things were you doing in that role?
So the data, I'd have nurseries that were like my little babies for the year, and I would take care of them, make sure that they got pollinated the way that they were supposed to. Make sure that I got the data, which, telling when it's 50% silk or 50% pollen for the male and the female.
Okay.
So I got to learn a little bit of what's more behind the scenes of what we're doing here.
Yeah.
At a pretty young age.
Nice. That's pretty cool. And then if you want to talk about it, if not, whatever. But I know you were in the Peace Corp, correct?
I was, yes.
Okay. What kind of things were you doing with that?
So I was an urban agriculture volunteer.
Okay.
I was stationed in Senegal in a town called Tambacounda.
Okay.
I was unfortunately only there for 5 months. I had a medical issue that I was sent home for, and then COVID hit.
Right.
but I would have been working with women's groups and schools to kind of bring agriculture and growing crops and stuff to the town. One of the other big things that I unfortunately didn't get a chance to work on would have been a fish kind of like aquaculture project.
Oh, okay.
The place I was stationed was landlocked, so they were trying to get fresh fish to the local markets. So
cool.
It was really
So, like,
cool.
Developing like a fish hatchery and that sort of thing. Oh, nice.
Yeah, the foundation and the construction was complete. My project, or what I would have added to that, would have been getting the fish there and creating a market for them to be able to sell it. But
cool. That's awesome.
that ended up going to the next volunteer.
Right, yeah, course of events and all that.
Yep.
That's cool. I think I told you this when we first talked about this. I was like, I just picture what TV talked about of it's just a bunch of hippies going and teaching people campfire songs. So it was cool to kind of learn about what you were doing, and it's not some rebellious thing that kids do to get out of going to college or something. It's useful and it's beneficial to the people you go and interact with. So that's awesome.
And you get people from all ages. I think there was a couple that were accepted right out of high school. Most of us were right out of college.
Dang.
And there were a few that were even older and had a little more experience behind them before they went in. So
that's so awesome. I like that. But to fast forward back to TSP, so as you said, you're wearing a lot of hats. You're doing a lot of different things, both before and since your promotion. What's kind of some of your favorite things that you work on, that you're working on currently? Just since your time at TSP in general?
Yeah. Still do a lot of data collection and research on new ways to do things. Work a lot with Excel sheets, keeping track of everything, and I really enjoy doing that and kind of getting the big picture, zooming in, and getting to look at it at the end when it's all completed.
Yeah. So would you say you're kind of analytical in that sense? Okay.
Definitely, yep.
Yeah. Data's data. You can't dispute it, right?
Yep.
That's cool. And so you said just kind of making things better. Is that something you kind of seek out as what's the best way to do things? Are we doing it the best way we can, sort of thing? Do you enjoy that aspect of your job?
I do, yeah. One of my favorite things is to take a look at the end of the year, end of the season, and be like, all right, now what does the data say that I can do that will make it better for the next year?
Yeah, that's awesome. So your job aside, what's kind of your favorite thing about working at Total Seed?
The fact that it's never the same.
Yeah.
From day to day, you're doing something different. From season to season, you get inside, outside, and we're gonna have to turn right here.
Okay. Yeah, I get that a lot. The two biggest answers I get are usually the people and the variety of work.
Yep.
Clearly, you don't like the people. That's what I'm gathering.
No. The people are great.
They are.
People are the reason people stay.
Yeah, because we can go through rough days, whether it's weather or working on things, like any job. But we have a good crowd here that, one, we're not afraid to crack jokes at each other, and two, we seem to have a how can I help environment.
Yes,
where people chip in where they can, which is fantastic.
It's always nice to see the kudos board right at the start of a new season, because it just gets filled.
Oh yeah, very
just
quickly.
Like that.
Oh yeah, between parts runs and fixing things, it's easy.
Alrighty, I need to find where Bob's at now.
Oh, looking for the spiker bar.
Yes. I see something over there, but that's the other side of the road.
And I was gonna say, that's like the dirt thrower.
Yeah, that's the other side of the road anyways.
Yeah.
That honestly may be that is the dirt thrower. He may not be here yet.
Perfect. I have time for my last couple questions. So one thing we like to hammer home with everybody is why agriculture is important, why people should care about it, because it's, in a lot of people's opinion that are in the industry, it's kind of the unsung hero of business. People take for granted where food and livestock come from. So why do you think it's important for people to know about agriculture and to learn more about agriculture?
A lot of it is that, you see smaller farms and stuff going away, and people don't think about that. When it gets transitioned into something that is in agriculture, we lose our ability to grow crops and feed our livestock and all of that, and makes it harder to stay self-sufficient and keep the world fed.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, heck, even like production industry. I mean, plastics come from soybeans, from corn. I mean, it's everywhere.
Ethanol.
Oh yeah.
Another one.
Yeah, that just seems to keep getting bigger and bigger of who's using it and what it's used for.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's great. Well, perfect. Do you have any other comments, questions, anything like that?
Not that I can think of.
Oh, perfect. Well, thank you, Bre. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
From here, Bre and I continue to talk about her time in the Peace Corps and catch up about how her promotion's going, about some of the things she's working on, trying to improve on, and how she's very excited about the opportunity to continue to grow in what she's doing here and just further her knowledge with her time here at TSP. And then, of course, we get out to the field, and as you can see here, we're getting bags of seed out of the back, and we're getting Bob's spiker bar loaded up and ready to go. So this was a great conversation. Bre's a good coworker that I can go to with questions, and she's always ready to help. And she's been a good team member and a good colleague to me for a number of years now. So this was a really awesome conversation. I really appreciate Bre for taking time to talk to me and kind of give me a little backstory of who she is, how she got to where she is. Like I said during the interview, we talked a little bit about some of the different things she's done before, but it was great to kind of just sit back and hear her talk about the different experiences she's had. So, Bre, thank you very much. This was a blast, and thank you guys for watching. We hope you guys enjoyed this. If you want more content like this, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to our channel. If you want more content from us, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and YouTube. And if you want even more content from us, you can go subscribe to our monthly Total Focus newsletter. For now, that's all we have. Thank you guys again for watching The Buddy Seat. We'll see you soon.